It began as a whisper in Nairobi's financial corridors, a barely noticeable drain in money from forgotten accounts. A silent thief lurked, using knowledge and patience to steal millions from inside a major Kenyan bank, and then vanished without a trace. Today, we unravel the story of the Kenyan bank hacker who disappeared like a ghost. To understand this story, we first need to grasp what dormant bank accounts are. Dormant accounts are bank accounts untouched for years, no deposits, no withdrawals, no activity. People forget them, move on, or even pass away without closing the accounts. But inside those accounts, money often continues to earn interest or dividends. Across Kenya, thousands of dormant accounts hold millions of shillings, quietly accumulating funds that rarely get claimed or audited closely. This creates an opportunity for someone with access to siphon small amounts unnoticed, because no one's watching those accounts closely. In fact, the Central Bank of Kenya and local banks face ongoing challenges with dormant accounts, including regulations on how long they can hold funds before transferring them to the government. For hackers, dormant accounts are like unattended treasure chests, sitting there vulnerable. Kenyan banks are among the most advanced in Africa, investing heavily in cybersecurity. They use firewalls to protect their networks from external attacks. Encryption ensures data traveling online is unreadable to outsiders. Access control systems limit who can see sensitive information inside the bank. Banks run internal audits regularly to catch irregularities. Despite all these measures, banks still face a major risk from insiders, employees, or contractors with legitimate access. These insiders know where to look and how to cover their tracks, making detection extremely hard. Unfortunately, no system is perfect, and sometimes human error or greed creates loopholes. Before we continue, here are a few key terms to understand the hacker's methods. Digital wallets. Think of these as online bank accounts or apps where money is stored or transferred digitally. Transaction logs. These are detailed records of every deposit, withdrawal, or transfer made in a bank. They're like a bank's black box, helping trace every penny's movement. Loopholes, weak spots in software or processes that hackers exploit to bypass security. Insider threat, a trusted person inside an organization who misuses access to cause harm. The hacker exploited a loophole in the bank's software that allowed him to divert tiny interest payments from thousands of dormant accounts, small enough to avoid immediate detection, but large enough to add up. Now, let's meet the man behind the hack, a young IT graduate from Nairobi. He was talented, introverted, and deeply knowledgeable about banking systems. After graduating from a top university with a computer science degree, he landed a job at one of Kenya's leading banks. His job gave him legitimate access to sensitive systems, but he felt underpaid and overlooked. Instead of speaking up, he chose a darker path. Driven by a mix of frustration and curiosity, he began exploring the bank's internal systems during off hours. His plan wasn't to rob the bank outright. He aimed to skim small amounts from dormant accounts, masking the theft as routine interest payments. Over months, his quiet siphoning went unnoticed, adding up to millions of shillings. How did he do it? He discovered a software loophole that automated monthly interest payments from dormant accounts. He wrote a script that redirected tiny amounts from these payments into a digital wallet he controlled. The amounts were small, just a few shillings per account, avoiding detection by automated systems. He timed transactions during audit cycles to blend in. Over months, he drained millions, moving funds through multiple accounts to launder them. This required both technical skill and patience. One wrong move could have exposed him instantly.
The bank's internal audit team began noticing strange transaction patterns during a quarterly review. They traced suspicious funds moving through multiple accounts, all linked back to a small digital wallet. The investigation intensified. Digital forensics experts were called in. They tried to identify the source, tracking IP addresses, SIM cards, and employee access logs. But the hacker was always one step ahead. He wiped his emails. Switched SIM cards days before the investigation. Used encrypted communication channels. Eventually, he disappeared, no calls, no online activity, nothing. The case went cold, leaving authorities baffled. The bank never publicly disclosed the full extent of the theft, but the impact was significant. They tightened security and reviewed internal policies. Customers were assured their money was safe, but trust was shaken. The Kenyan financial sector learned a valuable lesson about insider threats. Meanwhile, the hackers' millions remain missing, a ghost with a secret fortune. What can we learn from this? Insider threats are among the most dangerous and difficult to detect. Continuous monitoring and behavioral analytics are critical. Security isn't just technology, it's about people, policies, and trust. Everyone, from top executives to interns, must be aware of cybersecurity risks. Protecting digital assets requires vigilance and collaboration. And sometimes, the smallest leaks can cause the biggest damage. Now, it's your turn. What do you think happened to the Kenyan bank hacker? Did he escape with his fortune, or is he hiding in plain sight? Drop your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real cybercrime mysteries and lessons from the digital world. Stay curious, stay safe.